Well, on this Earth Day, we're looking back to the surprise storm that changed the landscape of western New York.
And News 4's Dave Graber is checking on the progress of replacing thousands of trees that were damaged 8 years ago. Dave?
Yeah, Don, Mother Nature claimed tens of thousands of trees during that mid-October storm, and it was ill-timed and far too early. And so many trees were lost, efforts to actually replace the city's trees are ongoing and will be for years to come.
In October 2006, an early season snow crippled the city's canopy. Tens of thousands of trees were lost, and efforts to revive Buffalo's landscape are still ongoing.
Well, we started back in '07, which was just the planting season, April, after the October storm, and we've been planting ever since.
The mid-October storm came at the worst time. Wet, heavy snow blanketed leaf-covered trees, its weight snapping some of the city's largest and oldest, like here in Delaware Park.
When we saw the storm devastation back in '06, we realized that it wasn't something that anybody had planned for. Government just didn't have a contingency plan for this. There was no money set aside for it.
Twice a year, Re-Tree Western New York volunteers plant hundreds of trees, like the event that took place last weekend when more than 450 trees were set in the ground and staked.
One of the more interesting relics that remain from that storm are these wooden sculptures. This one, a wooden lighthouse carved from a 150-year-old Chinese elm that fell that day. One of nearly 60,000 trees just like it that were claimed by Mother Nature.
Then came November, when environmentalists held their collective breath. The extent of the damage isn't yet known, but it appears Buffalo's trees dodged a bullet, even if the city took a direct hit.
We don't expect it to have affected us too much, but we really won't know that until the leaf out, which will be in about late April, early May, when we'll really fully see what's happened over the last year or so, or last season.
Now, Re-Tree Western New York is always looking for volunteers. They have 2 plantings every year, so the next will actually be in the fall, likely in late October or early November. Eventually, 60,000 trees will be planted over the course of the entire program. If you want to join, head over to our website, WIVB.com. Live in the studio, Dave Graber, News 4 at 5.